Well, Will Dorsey, first couple innings threw his all-speed stuff over, and we got a big home run early, and momentum kind of, I won't say it came our way, but our guys, felt pretty good, and all of a sudden, Will lost the strike zone and lost command, and when he loses command of his all-speed pitches, it can go bad, and we kept trying to force the all-speed pitches, but we got to a point where we got 2-0 on Barry, and we finally had to throw him a fastball, and he made us pay for it from that point on. But I still thought that we scored some runs yesterday against NC State after being down, so I still felt we could maybe fight our way back into it, but then we went back out and gave up another 4 spot, and very, very difficult to come back from that deficit with a club like South Carolina, the bullpen they had. But I was proud of our guys that kept fighting back, and they don't give any points for making the score respectable, but I was proud of our guys to keep swinging the bat, and was very proud of Jimmy O'Neill coming in. He was a young freshman that had a lot of work and did a good job for 3 innings. So I told Ray when I shook hands, I said, we'll see you tomorrow night. We plan on doing that.
What's your pitching staff look like going forward now?
Are you available? No, Robbie Powell will start the first game tomorrow. Powell's been kind of, as I told you the other day when we lost Schluter, we've kind of used him, out of the bullpen and as a starter. So we have not used Robbie the first 2 games. So he'll get to start tomorrow. Austin Perez, a little left-hander, will also be available for a starting role tomorrow night. We'll have Donahue and Boyd back. We didn't use them. We got some pretty good service out of them yesterday against NC State, and I don't know that we would have used them tonight, but not having to use them, they'll be back out of the bullpen. So we're okay.
Pete, was there any thought in that inning when Dorsey was kind of losing command to take him out before Barry?
Well, yeah, it's one of those deals. You're one pitch away from either getting out of the inning or do what Barry did, hitting out of the ballpark. So we kept trying to stick with his game. We kept trying to throw off-speed pitches, and he had the first 2 innings he had been pretty good. He got some strikeouts and off-speed pitches, and that's his game. But the one thing that he didn't have tonight, and Coach Roberts said he didn't have in the bullpen, he didn't have his good curveball. He'll throw a curveball and a slider, and his curveball is really, other than a straight change, his second best pitch. And he hit, I'm not sure which one he hit ahead of Barry's home run, but he hit someone with a breaking ball, and really didn't have any command there. So it's one of those things where you keep thinking, okay, he's going to make one good pitch and get out of it, and then of course we walked the guy, hit a guy, and finally went 2-0 on Barry, and we really didn't want to throw him a fastball. But he couldn't throw a strike at all. He wanted to get to that funk and just couldn't throw a strike to save his life with his off-speed stuff. And Barry made us pay pretty good with the 2-0 fastball. And you can't do that against a club like South Carolina. The hitters are too good. They're too disciplined. They don't swing at bad pitches. We threw some pretty good off-speed pitches that weren't quite there, that obviously weren't strikes, but a lot of undisciplined teams would chase. And South Carolina just spit at them and just let them go, and then got in the hitter's count. And finally, like I said, it came back and bit us in the fanning.
Pete, was pulling Rickles the thing. Was he hurt or anything, or was that just to kind of give him some?
No, I'll be honest with you, and we were down 11-1, and as I told you the other day, Rickles has had a pretty good bone bruise on his foot that's affected him, and we're down 11-1. We got through the 6th inning, and I said, I think I better use good judgment here and sit him and give him some rest. I'll be honest with you, with South Carolina's bullpen, to come back from 11-1 deficit and with three innings to go would have been monumental. And even though we made a little bit of a run at it, I just really felt that we were going to have to win 2 games tomorrow to get to Monday. So I felt like sitting him at that point in time when we were down 11-1 would be the prudent thing to do, and have him ready for in the morning. I did the same thing with Carhart a little bit later. I was going to take Carhart out because he's had a bad foot too, and he'd had 3 bad at bats. He said, "Coach, I got to have one more at bat before tomorrow." And so I left him in, and he ended up getting the base hit to right field. And so I think mentally he's a little bit better tomorrow having that one at bat. But then we took him out after that. So I wasn't tossing in the towel, but I really felt making a run from 11 to 1 was probably not going to happen, and I wanted to sit Nick and have him ready fresh in the morning or for the 1 o'clock game.
East South Carolina struggled to score runs like the last 2 games. I know going in, you were probably thinking if you could hold them the same way and keep it close and give yourself a crack there.
Yeah, when it was 6 to 1, obviously we were disappointed, but we came back yesterday from a 5-0 deficit, and I won't say that I felt great, but I felt that our club scored some runs, and if we could hold them there, but then we went right back out, and we brought Cam Griffin, the freshman left-hander, in. He goes, put him in, and he gets 0-2 on the first left-hander, and then makes a bad 0-2 pitch, and then it all fell in, and they scored 4. So if we could have kept it 6-1 and not given up that 4 spot, we might have been able to make a better run at it. But once they went 6 and 4, it was going to be very difficult to overcome that with their bullpen.
Anything else?